you've had a pretty, pretty lengthy music career um, already. And one of the songs I want to talk to you about is "Just My Luck" because the lyrics for this
Hmm.
song are just so emotional and so raw. Like I think that one of the lyrics you have is, "Do I meet the standard? Do I fit in the box, or am I just too much to handle? No, I'm just too much to stop." And even the way the video is shot, it's you're really bare. So why was it important for you to make this song?
Just my luck surprised me. I At that time I was really trying a bunch of different sounds and styles because I was like, what's gonna win? What's going to win? Like I don't really care what's the most authentic. I'm like, what are people, what do they want to see? I just want to win. So I was trying a bunch of different sounds, and then I remember my producer Kevin Randolph, who made that track, he was playing this dark ass song, and I was like, oh my god, this is so scary. I was like, what is this? I don't remember how it ended up me starting something to it. Um, but I do remember the lyrics just pouring out of me because at that time I was just like I had a lot of pent up frustration about the industry, and I wrote that song all by myself, and like I don't know, it just kept pouring out of me. So it surprised me. It surprised me that I remember I think I was like, let me try something to that. Like I just was like, what is that? I don't know. And the song surprised me. It surprised us. Like afterwards we were like, what the hell is that? It's crazy.
It sounds like, just based off how you described it, that the industry was trying to make you something that you weren't, and trying to, I don't know if tone you down is the right word. Like, what, in their mind, what did they want you to be?
Marketable. I mean, that's
But
what this
it's like, what
industry
does
is
that even
about.
mean, though? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. I mean, that means something temporary that is, you know, sellable. Whether that's a style of music, whether that's a style, whether that's a look, it's whatever. I mean, because this industry is about dollars. So whatever at that time is going to bring in the most dollars. And I wouldn't say that it was just the industry that made me that way. Like I wanted to be that way too. I call it win, but really I think I was just trying to like be approved. Like, okay, if I get up here, then I proved, good job, you did it. Yes, because I felt like I was so close and then it was taken away from me. So I wanted that again. Um, but I didn't know that if you just be yourself, you'll get an audience that will really rock with you and it won't just be a trend because it's you. Yeah.
Well, I guess it seems like when you hear that kind of feedback, marketable, sellable, there's something they're looking at, right? Like, I don't know, when you really started, when you were first signed, like, to your first record contract, like, who was the artist of the moment that you felt like, because music is such a copycat industry. It's just like television, right? And producers hate it when I say this, and it's no disrespect to them, but they have a tendency that when one thing is successful, they just want to copy it. And they might put in different elements, but
Hmm.
it's like, it's still the same idea. It's like they just want to copy it because it's already been successful.
Hmm.
So you're not really taking a risk. So the music industry is the same way. So it's like, if in this moment, you know, Doja Cat is successful, then everybody's like, let's find the next Doja Cat. So was there an artist that you felt like that they wanted you to be? And this is not any shade to that artist, but like, like, was there something when they said marketable and sellable, it's like, who did they want you to be? You know?
I mean, well, back in the day, the formula was, you do a TV show and you make music, and the TV show promotes the music promotes the TV show. So it's like hand in hand type of marketing. So I thought I was going to have a TV show. So I got the record deal. The TV show didn't come into play though. That didn't pan out. So then they were like, what do we do? Like, that's been our formula. So if anything, they wanted me to do, what Selena and Demi and all the Disney girls
Gotcha.
have done. You make a show, you make an album, and they both sell together. but it didn't work out that way. So they were kind of like, we've never done this before. I don't think the formula would have worked on me because I don't look like them. And plus, every time I would sing, I would go off and they'd be like, okay, wait, that is not what the demo did. I'd be like, oops, I killed it. So yeah, I would say they wanted me to be similar to that formula.
Mm. Yeah, because when I listen to your music, I don't know, and I don't know if you've heard this comparison, and I realize comparisons are often dangerous because it's, as the adage goes, it's the comparison is the thief of joy. But it's giving me Jasmine Sullivan. I don't know, like that's who I, for some reason, that's who I think of whenever,
Hmm.
I listen to you. Which considering she just won some Grammys, I'd like to think that's a pretty okay comparison, right?
Right. I'm
Um,
like, thank you. Thank you.
uh, so the Disney path can be kind of hit or miss. There are people who made it, people who didn't. What's it like transitioning out of that, family and out of that, kind of Disney mold?
That was hard because you don't know which roles to audition for. Because I mean, well, me, I've been curvy, so I'd be, 16 looking 20 something, and I didn't want to do what the roles were like you need to do. So I didn't want to do that. Then also I was underage, so certain stuff I looked like I could play it, but I was too young. That was hard trying to navigate where I fit as far as roles. Like what do I even audition for? Like how do I wear my hair and what type of clothes do I wear? Like that was hard. Because then also I'd like audition for like 15, 16-year-olds, but I'd be looking 18, 19. It was just like ugh, that was irritating. Um, but really the good part about my journey is that one thing that I do feel like child actors really miss is like that social aspect. Like you work around other kid stars and you're around a bunch of adults. So you're not a normal kid. You're you're kind of strange. Um so what I liked is that I got to like go be a normal kid kind of, like be a normal teenager because people would be like, "Is that Roxy?" But they'd leave me alone, so I could still like grow. I could still mess up and like not have camera eyes all up on me. And that's what I feel like really helped me to like get back to normal, like be a normal kid who like gets to make the wrong decisions. And it's not all about where am I filming and what time do I have to be on set. It's like just it's whatever normal teenagers deal with.
When you started, when you got that record contract and you're looking at music as a pathway. I mean, industry opinions aside, what kind of music did you feel like you wanted to make?
I didn't know. For a long time I didn't know. I mean, I did not know. That's what I didn't have was I wasn't fully myself when I started music. I was this kid who had been saying lines and saying them well for a really long time. So all I knew how to do was play roles. Didn't know what I was. So I didn't know. That took me a minute to figure out.
Mm. What do you think was instrumental in helping you figure it out? Because it seems like based off the material you put out now, you've definitely figured it out.
Trial and error. Trial and error was so instrumental in my growth because I would try things and they wouldn't work, or I would try things and I didn't like it. And then eventually you get to some sort of sound that feels good. Maybe it's surprising, like just my luck, um, but it feels right. And then you're like, oh, that's what it's like when it's good for me, when it's authentic to me. Now I know what that feels like. So let me find other tracks that make me feel that way. Let me figure out which lyrics make me feel this way, you know?